Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our virtual Build-A-Reader story time. My name is Miss Angela. I'm the Children's Associate at the Broken Arrow Library. And before we get started, I want to talk about the 5 Build-A-Reader activities that we want to practice every day. That is talking, singing, reading, writing, and playing. My last story time highlighted playing, which there will be some playing during this story time because I can't avoid it. But I want to highlight today why talking is important. While we're reading today, we're going to talk through the book. And at home, parents and caregivers, talk to your kiddos while you're reading with them. This is going to stimulate positive brain development. They're going to be able to comprehend more of the story when they have a significant conversation between you, between the two of you. And by significant, I mean that it's significant because you're an important adult in their life. So they are listening to you. So when you talk about the story with them, it takes that story and makes it 10 times more important in their life. So those 5 Build-A-Reader activities are very, very important. So we are going to play a little bit today, and we are going to talk a lot today. And let's just get started with, it's October, and I am very excited about it being October. So excited, as a matter of fact, that I'll be dressing up a couple of times during this story time. So let's get started with the song and get all warmed up. This is our good morning song. We're going to do it in English, and then we're going to do it in Spanish. All right, let's go. Good morning, how are you? How are you? Very well, thank you, very well, thank you. How about you? How about you? All right, now in Spanish. Buenos días, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo está? Muy bien, gracias. Y tú. Good job. Is everyone ready for a story? Because I'm ready for a story. I'm so ready for a story. I mean, it doesn't get any more ready than this. Our first story is Creepy Carrots by Aaron Reynolds and pictures by Peter Brown. Excellent author, excellent illustrator. Let's jump right into Creepy Carrots. Happy October. Check out all of those carrots, especially the creepy ones and that guy over here. Jasper Rabbit had a passion for carrots, and the carrots that grew in Kraken Hopper Field were the best. Fat, crisp, and free for the taking. These words right here, they are punctuated because, or not punctuated, but they're separated on their own, so it provides emphasis to the words. So fat, crisp. Crisp means crunchy, because you know, carrots are crunchy. He pulled some for a morning snack on the way to school. He yanked out a few on his way to Little League practice. He ripped them from the ground on his way home at night. He ate them morning, noon, and night. And he's a baseball player. He's got his uniform on. Jasper couldn't get enough carrots until they started following him. Oh no. What do you think they're gonna do? I'm a little scared. He first noticed something strange after the big game against the East Valley Hares. Jasper was about to help himself to a victory snack when he heard it. The soft, sinister thunk, thunk, thunk of carrots creeping. Look at them creeping up on him. Oh no. What do you think is going to happen? Take your time. Get maybe jot down some guesses, and we'll keep those for later. He turned, but there was nothing there. Just my imagination, he thought. But he hopped a little faster. Just a little faster. And see how the word imagination, you might not be able to see it very well, but the word imagination is italicized for emphasis. So his imagination. Because carrots don't talk, do they? They don't creep. I hope not. That night, as he was brushing his teeth, they were there. Jasper whipped around, but nothing. He laughed at himself, picked his toothbrush off the floor, and went to bed quickly. Oh, okay, let's see here. What's going on? So he thinks he sees the creepy carrots, right? And they're orange. And in the next photo, what do we see? What do we see happening there? Huh? Maybe his imagination was getting the better of him? And maybe the little rubber ducky and the soap and the towel, maybe the creepy carrots weren't there. Maybe it was just his imagination. The next morning, he approached Kraken Hopper Field slowly. He reached for 2 wild carrots. Nothing happened. He bit into one. Nothing happened. Phew! Creepy carrots. It was ridiculous. But when he arrived home that evening, Mom, Jasper screamed, creepy carrots in the shed! His mom opened the door slowly. There weren't any carrots, not even the regular kind. There are no such things as creepy carrots, Mom said, shaking her head. Later that night, as Jasper lay in bed, he heard it, breathing, terrible, carroty breathing. And there, on his wall, creepy carrots, he shouted, Dad, Dad! His dad thumped into his room and threw on the light. They searched under the bed, no creepy carrots. They looked through the closet, no creepy carrots. They opened the dresser drawers, no creepy carrots. Just a bad dream, son, his dad said, shaking his head. Now go to sleep. That wasn't going to happen. By the end of the week, Jasper was seeing creepy carrots creeping everywhere. In the windows, in the drain, in the grave. Oh no. But on this page, do we see what's happening here? We've got the creepy carrots he's seeing over here. But then when he looks, that's what's actually there. You think it's his imagination? Jasper knew his parents were wrong. Creepy carrots were real, and they were coming for him. But they couldn't get him if they couldn't get out. Look at that light bulb above his ears. What do you think that means? I wonder. Jasper hatched a plan. That means he got it ready. Like he got it ready and he was gonna get the planner rolling. He hatched it. First thing on Saturday, he grabbed supplies and headed to Kraken Hopper Field. All right, so he's setting up a parameter. He's sawing some wood. He's got some pretty big equipment there. Looks like he's going to dig a hole. He's got some water hoses, a hammer. He is hatching a plan. As the sun finally set across Krakenhopper Field, Jasper Rabbit smiled. On his way home, there was no thunk, thunk, thunk. There were no carrot-shaped shadows. His plan had worked. No creepy carrots would ever get out of that carrot patch again. And as the sun finally set, the carrots of Krakenhopper Field, you can see them peeking through the boards. Eyeballs everywhere. They cheered! Their creepy plan had worked. They were sure of it. Jasper Rabbit would never get into that carrot patch ever again. Well, those wise carrots. You see what happened there? Jasper thought, I'm gonna build a wall around this carrot patch. And the carrots, I think they had something to do with the plan. Oh, the end. So he was eating all those carrots, and the carrots, I think maybe they were done being eaten. So whose plan was it? Whose plan? Was it Jasper's plan or was it the carrots' plan? Talks amongst yourselves. Maybe ask your carrots if they're having a good time. All right, what's next? We've got our creepy carrots. Let's do a song in honor of Halloween. So we're gonna sing a little song about the Loch Ness Monster, of course. Let's see. Loch Ness Monster, where are you? Where are you? Are you out there swimming? Are you out there swimming in the blue? In the blue. All right, we'll do that again. Stand up. Feel free to use your arms. Move your bodies around. Make it really, really fun. Get your wiggles out. Loch Ness Monster, where are you? Where are you? Are you out there swimming? Are you out there swimming in the blue? In the blue. Good job. Next, to another story. Are you ready? A Tiger Called TOMAS by Charlotte Zolito and Martha Alvarez Megans. This book, it's on Halloween, but it's not actually about Halloween. Let's see what it's actually about. There once was a little boy named TOMAS. He was very nice, but when he and his family moved to a new house on a new street, he took it into his head that the new people might not like him. So he never left his stoop. Oh, poor TOMAS. He's sad. Why don't you play with that little girl Marie? His mama asked him. Maybe she wouldn't like me, TOMAS said. Of course she'd like you, his mama said. Why wouldn't she? ¿Por qué no? But TOMAS didn't answer. And in this book, as you can see, these words right here are italicized to emphasize that they are in a different language. And ¿por qué no means why not in Spanish. Why don't you visit the lady with the black cat down the street? His mama asked. They might not like me, TOMAS said. Of course they'd like you. Why wouldn't they like you? ¿Por qué no? Said his mama. But TOMAS didn't go. Aww. How do you think he's feeling? tall boy named Gerald looks lonely, his mama said. I don't think he'd like me, said Tomás. Of course he'd like you, said Tomás's mama. Why shouldn't he like you? ¿Por qué no? Everybody likes you, but Tomás wouldn't leave his stoop. He sat there and watched when Marie played hopscotch. He sat there and watched the old woman's cat as it prowled through the grass and shrubs. He sat there and watched when Gerald walked past the house, and he thought about how tall he was. Oh, Tomás, said his mama, everyone will like you. Why don't you go play? But Tomás shook his head and just sat on the steps, watching. The lady in the house across the street was always in her yard, watering the plants, raking the leaves, sweeping the walk, picking her flowers. And all the while, Tomás sat on his stoop and watched. He watched the old man who came up the street with his big black poodle 3 times a day. The poodle always looked over its shoulder at Tomás, and its tail stood up like a small palm tree and wagged from side to side. But Tomás just sat on his steps and watched them pass. He watched the sparrows and the grackles and the blue jays in the trees. He watched the black cat look up at the sparrows and grackles and blue jays, but he never went off the stoop to play. On Halloween, his mama came home with a tiger costume for him. Try this on, she said. Tomás put on the orange and black striped suit with its quilted tail. He put on the mask with its long whiskers. How do I look? He asked his mama. Exactly like a tigre. Tigre is tiger in Spanish. Tomás looked in the mirror, and his mama was right. No one will know who I am when I go trick-or-treating, he said. How do you think he's feeling now? With his mask on and his cool costume? His tigre costume? Oh, cool. All right. We have a Viking over here. We have a Viking. We have a witch or a princess. Maybe both. We've got a goblin, a vampire, a mummy, and that's either an alligator or a dinosaur. Probably a dinosaur. And then our little tigre. There was a large orange moon in the sky, and it was already getting dark when Tomás went out. The branches of the trees hardly showed except where they laced across the moon. He crossed the street to the house of the lady who was always outside. The chrysanthemums were still blooming in front of her house. Chrysanthemums is the name of a flower. I think those are it right there. Oh, come on. Trick or treat, Tomás called when she came to the door. Well, hello, the lady said. She dropped a package of orange candies into his bag. Happy Halloween. Thank you, answered the tiger. You're welcome, Tomás, the lady said, closing the door. Under his mask, Tomás flushed. That's funny, he said to himself. She called the tiger Tomás. Why do you think that? Why do you think that might have happened? At the next house, he rang the bell. Trick or treat, he called. Marie's mother opened the door. She had candy apples for the treat. Oh, I wanna go to that house. Do you like candy apples? Oh, thank you, the tiger said, for he especially liked candy apples. You're welcome, said Marie's mother. Marie is a witch tonight. Maybe you'll pass her. But anyway, come play hopscotch here tomorrow, Tomas. Thank you, Tomas said again, but when the door closed, he reached up to feel his mask. It was still on, covering his whole face. That's funny, he thought. She knew who I was, too. He passed a tall ghost going up to the house as he left. He couldn't see the ghost's face, but there was something very familiar about his figure. Hi, Tomas, said the ghost. Want to play horseshoes tomorrow? I got a new set. Sure, said Tomas. The ghost was Gerald. Tomas could tell by his height. So maybe Tomas is just as perceptive as all the other people who have recognized him before. He went to the old man's house. The black poodle threw back its head and barked wildly as he saw the tiger at the door. But when he sniffed at the tiger's feet and sniffed at the tiger's quilted tail, he suddenly put his own palm tree tail and wagged. Oh my goodness! He suddenly put up his own palm tree tail and wagged it hard. Trick or treat, the tiger said. The old man had made big pumpkin cookies. Fresh baked, Tomas, he said, winking as he dropped one in the bag. Best thing for tigers, he added, and winked again as he watched the tiger go down the steps. He called the tiger Tomas too, thought Tomas. How do you think Tomas is feeling now? In comparison to how he felt at the beginning of the book when he was really sad. Now he rang the bell at the house of the old lady and the black cat. Trick or treat, he called. Come in, the little old woman said. Her black cat looked curiously at the tiger, and the tiger reached out to stroke the cat's black, slippery fur. He loves that, the little old lady laughed. Come play with him again, Tomas, she said. He gets lonely. So do I, said Tomas. She knew, too, he thought to himself as he turned towards home. The orange moon was a little higher in the sky. The sky was a little blacker than before. He couldn't see any of the branches against it now. A group of ghosts and goblins were coming down the steps of the lady across the street, and a solitary but familiar-looking witch with her broom under her arm passed him. He looked at her curiously as he walked slowly towards the steps of his house. It was Marie. Hi, Tomas, called Marie. Tomas walked upstairs to his own room. He looked in the mirror at the tigre, at the tigre. The tigre in the mirror looked back at him, whiskers and all. Have a good time? Asked his mama. How did they know who I was? Tomas asked. Did they? Said his mama. Yes, Tomas said. The mask didn't fool them a bit, and they all asked me to come back. I guess they all like you, his mama said. Tomas looked at her. Suddenly he felt wonderful. Maravilloso, which I don't think I'm pronouncing correctly because I need more practice. Oh, I like them too, he said, and when he took off the mask, he was smiling. Oh, he's so happy. And at the very end here, we have a tiger called Tomas and a writer called Charlotte. And it gives us a lot of information about Charlotte's life and the impact she has had on readers and how this story relates to her growing up. She was actually a shy little girl, just like Tomas. So he started out really sad, but how do you think Tomas felt at the end? And how do we know that? Based on his smile and how happy he was. I think that this is a great book. This made me very happy. All right. I'll stay La Tigre for the rest of our story time. All right. What do we have next? What do we have next? Oh, it's over. Story time is over, my friends. I'm going to miss you. I hope you have a safe and fun Halloween. Happy Hispanic Heritage Month. Let's do our goodbye song. I did this one last time, but I don't have my props this time, so get ready for all the animals. See you later, alligator, in a while, crocodile. Give a hug, ladybug, blow a kiss, jellyfish. See you soon, big baboon, out the door, dinosaur. Take care, polar bear, wave goodbye, butterfly. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'll see you next time.